Hello guys, my name is Godsent of Scentfarms, and if you're battling with rat infestation in your farm, you have rats coming to eat your kids at night, your rabbit kids at night, and you don't know what to do, here are some solutions that you can actually put into practice to solve that menace of rat in your farm. So sit back, listen, watch to the end of this video. You can get one or two, you apply one or two of this solution to your farm, and you see that those rats are done with, and in case of a repetition, you already know what to do. So sit back as we dive right into the video properly, as I list some of the solutions you can use, you can apply to tackle that rat infestation. Now, if you're having a cage system like mine, where you have the members of the cage being wood and net, wire mesh, some people call it the chicken net, chicken mesh. Now you will notice that there are places where these rats can actually access the inside of the hutch. Now, well, you shouldn't be surprised when you see your rabbit sitting back, as rats will come and be feeding from their feed bowl, and they will just sit back and do nothing. You shouldn't be surprised. But some rats tend to take it to the extreme, especially when you have kids in your farm. Those kids that are usually between the ages of 0 to day 5, that is newborn kids that are yet to develop fur. Those are the ones that usually fall prey for the rats, and those rats are usually big rats that tend to come and eat, that tend to come into the hutch and cannibalize on the kids. Now, the first solution I want to prefer to you is not going to come cheap. That is, if you already have a wooden system like this, wooden cage system like this, you want to change from this system to a iron cage system, and that is not going to come cheap, except you have a very deep pocket at the moment. You can easily go for that, and you have it rat proofed. You have it coated round with smaller sized wire mesh, yes, so that the rat cannot penetrate into the cage. The second solution is going to be setting traps for the rat, either using poison, or the other rat traps, mechanical rat traps that you can set awaiting them. But these days I found out that some rats are becoming more intelligent. I guess that's evolution taking place. Yeah, they tend to avoid those mechanical rat traps, and even poisonous food that you set for them, they tend to avoid it these days. That is what I have noticed. Third one that you can actually put into practice. So if the second one does not work, that's setting traps for them, this third one should actually do the magic. Now, the rats usually come in the late hours of the night to cannibalize on the kids. That is when they are, those kids that are yet to develop fur are the ones they actually target. Now, the rabbits, you know, they feed their kids sometimes. Some feed their kids 2 times in a day, some feed their kids once in a day, and they do that in the early hours or late at night. Sometimes you don't even get to see them when they are feeding their kids, except you are force feeding them. Now, what you want to do when you notice that they fed their kids already at night, what you do is you just carry the kids with the nesting box into your house. You carry them with the nesting box and keep them into your house so that they can pass the night in your house, and then the early hours of the morning you return them to the mother. Before you can actually do that, you can actually practice that routine for them for about 5 days. Till they've opened their eyes, you can actually be carrying them inside to spend the night inside your house. That is protecting them from the rats, so that when the rats come, they won't see them, they won't meet them in the cage. So, but as soon as they open their eyes, it becomes difficult for those rats to cannibalize on them. So you want to try as much as possible to practice that routine when you have kids like that in your farm. Then the fourth solution that you can actually put into practice, I wish I don't even advise it, but I just feel like I should say it because some persons might want to recommend it to you. That is buying of rat predators. Example, you have the cats. Yes, buying of cats so that they can hunt down the rats in the environment and kill them. Yes, it's a very quick and fast solution, but it also has its downside. By the time the cats are done with the rats, they will have to look for an alternative replacement for the flesh of the rats. And you know the rats and the rabbits are closely related, and by the time the cats are done with the rats, you have to be facing the problem of the cats cannibalizing on your kids all over again. So I don't really advise that fourth remedy, except you want to try as much as possible to monitor the cats, and by the time they are done with the rats, you take them away. But it's too much stress. I don't advise that. It's too much stress. You don't really want to be spending all your time monitoring the cats, what they do when you're not around. So those are the ways you can actually tackle the menace of rat infestation in your farm. And the first thing I want to let you know is that as soon as you notice there is 1 or 2 rats in your farm, try as much as possible not to make them comfortable, or don't just give them time to reproduce and populate your farm, because there is definitely steady food for them to eat in the farm. So the next thing they will want to engage in is to reproduce and reproduce. Before you know it, boom, baby boom, you have rats all over your farm. Because as you're feeding your rabbits, they will come there at night and they will feed from their bowl also. So you're feeding your rabbits and you're feeding them. Easy meal for them, so they want to reproduce. Don't just make them feel comfortable. As soon as you notice there's rats, you want to swoop into action, make them uncomfortable, set traps, set poisonous food traps for them, set mechanical traps for them. And if it doesn't work, then you have to be engaging in taking your kids inside at night and then bringing them back early in the morning so that they can be fed by the mom. And before you take them inside at night, make sure you notice that the mom has already fed them. You check their stomach. If their stomach is round, it means they've been fed before you take them in for the night. Then as soon as they open their eyes, you have nothing to worry again. You can leave them in the cage and they won't be cannibalized on again. So if you're having this challenge in your farm, go practice this solutions that I just gave to you and see the results you get. Drop it in the comment section. And there are certain things that I might not be able to say on this video right now. Maybe I can't really recall, but if you're experiencing something different from this, from what I said, you can drop it in the comment section as a question. We'll deliberate on it, we'll find solution to it, or you can go to my WhatsApp and drop your questions there. I'll try as much as possible to answer all that questions. And if there's any question, any challenges you're passing through that I have not even done a video on, you can also drop it on my WhatsApp or on the comment section. I'll try as much as possible to answer your question. See you in the next video as you grow your farm with Scentfarms. Peace out.